Hi, I'm Danielle Kelly. I am an artist here in Las Vegas, and I currently have an exhibition entitled Be the Man You Want to Marry. It is on view at the Clark County Government Center Rotunda through March 11th. The name of the exhibition is Be the Man You Want to Marry. That's kind of a modification of a similar phrase that Gloria Steinem used during the women's movement in the 70s, Be the Man You Want to Marry. But it's actually that statement she paraphrased from Gandhi, which was be the change you want to see in the world. So the work isn't really about a woman should become a man. It's really not that literal. There are a lot more undertones to it that really relate for me back to the genesis of this entire sort of body of work for the last 2 years. I did a project called Bauhaus, kind of a play on, it's a reimagining of the German Bauhaus school. There's a town in Arizona called Baus, Arizona, from what I understand, a location where they trained Army tank drivers. Now it's really this city of trailer. Like a lot of the buildings were originally trailers. And I was really struck by this sense of, very quite literal sense of impermanence. I think that Vegas has that sort of feeling sometimes. I have a friend who is a dancer. Her name is Noelle Stiles. She's based in Portland. She and I began working on a collaborative piece meant to inspire people to be more physical in their space and see the body as a site of action, which it is, to get people out of their heads, off of their iPhones, off the computer, and very physically conscious of their space. I think sculpture is very urgent because it does just that. You have to walk around sculpture. You have to physically interact with an object, which is kind of, and consciously so, self-consciously so. And I think that's kind of, to me, it's dangerous and exciting. And the 8 pieces you see here were 8 of 60 pieces, just like this, that were in a large room that Noelle danced in. So all of these pieces in some way physically relate to my body, and then she interacted with them. Some of them very literally she put on. Some of them she didn't. Some of them she moved around and within. So there are gestures. Some pieces are as big as this space right here on my body. Some is this. Almost all of them are 5'4". They're all very, very specific to body, and a very specific body, mine and hers. But the canvas itself was new, and all of the other materials were recycled. And then covering each of the poles is knitting. I did some of the knitting, and my aunt did some of the knitting. A friend of hers did some of the knitting. I wanted to retain that community effort kind of component that was originally a part of the idea of the project. These are all my favorite. I really love all of these pieces, but I really love the orange one. I find it to be, all of these pieces, the shape that you see was dictated really by interacting with the material. It wasn't a preconceived idea of what the shape would be. I was thinking kind of about bones with that piece, but other than that, everything was what the material was capable of doing with the action of my body or the dimension of my body at hand. Then it just became itself. And so this one, as I was making it, the fabric has a very particular character that lended itself to these sort of sweeping kind of shapes.